Welcome back, everybody. Here in the backyard today, we're having a little bit of a problem. Got up this morning, came out to check around, and we have a visitor who has been doing some damage. Let me show you what's going on.
Well, as you can see, we've got a lot of holes in the yard here. I apologize for filming this on the wrong setting, so it looks like you're going to get motion sickness every time I turn. I will get better at this, but obviously this is not a squirrel. This is not one hole. This is not a few holes. These are lots of big, probably 2 to 3 inch holes, and then obviously a tunnel.
So when you have an armadillo, what you gotta do is you gotta look around. You gotta find some burrows, see where they're working, walk around, check your property, look for holes under fences, roots, things like that, and try to trap. The problem is they're gonna have a lot of holes. There's gonna be a lot of burrows. They don't just like to have one. They like to feel safe wherever they are in their territory. So what I've done is I've already walked around, I found those burrows, and I've got a few trapped. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk down and I'll show you what we're working with. So we're down here in my creek, and you can take a look right here. You see these lines going in the mud? That is an armadillo's tail. I'm not sure how well you can see that. That one you can see pretty well. But that's a surefire track and way to tell. And then whenever you see big burrows close to them, you know you're right also. So all I've done is got a big have a heart style trap here on the downslope where he more than likely goes out, it looks like, when he comes in. And then I have this wire garden mesh. It's kind of hard to see because of the there you go, but that is just a barrier to where they come out, they bump up against it, and they just kind of follow it because they don't really have the best sight, so they just kind of follow it around until they find a way out, which is the trap. They go through, and then hopefully they are triggered and go in there. I know this one's active because I've been having a problem, and I had stuck this big thing of magnolia leaves in this hole, and this morning it was pushed out. So I'm pretty confident that that one is active. And then this one, I have a somewhat smaller trap set, and I have a big rock blocking off that side of it. This one also had been messed with. The tunnel, that is, I had some sticks in it like this one, and this morning they were pushed out. So I'm hoping maybe I get two, or maybe it's in one of these two tunnels and we get lucky, because these things are really difficult to get rid of. I've another tunnel. You can see I've got a stick in there, indicator. I've caught about 6 of these over the last year or so, and they always seem to come back and mess with my yard and not anybody else's. So we're gonna see if we can take care of them. So yeah, we're just gonna leave that. We'll come back, check it in the morning. They're nocturnal primarily. You can see them during the day, but usually they come out at night. And we will see if we get any luck. Fingers crossed. And if we have more destruction, then I'll know there's more tunnels somewhere else, and I will have to widen the search. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a little dark. It's a little earlier than I like to do this kind of stuff, but I have to go drop off the kids, and I'm going to go see a friend who had surgery yesterday. So I need to get it done early if I'm going to get it done. It's also my birthday, so fingers crossed that maybe we got something. Oh ho! Oh ho ho! Look at there. That is an armadillo, and he's asleep right now, it looks like. Oh, starting to wake up. Looks like the other trap did not get anything, but here's one right here. So I will at least go ahead and move this guy up out of here, and then we'll see things later. Hey buddy, good morning. later in the day, back home. Got my little friend here, still hanging out. To the voiceover.
Here in South Carolina, we have the 9-banded species of armadillo. It's our only species, but it's more than we used to have. You see, a few years ago, these little guys were unheard of around here. I remember the first time I heard of someone in the area spotting one back when I was in college. He mentioned it in class to one of our biology professors, and without exception, they all thought he was crazy. As a South American native species, they have proven extremely good at migrating, first up through Central America and into Texas, and across over to Florida. They have been pushing their way north for years now and are incredibly difficult to get rid of. I hear a lot of people slapping the invasive species title on them, which isn't really fair. You see, these little dirt Roombas made it all the way here on their own. This isn't some lighthouse keeper's cats on an island full of ground nesting birds or cane toads in Australia. They are an incredible example of natural selection rewarding a species for being adaptable. They do just as well out in Texas heat as they do in a Florida swamp. A few fun facts that you may not know about them is that they always have 4 babies at a time. The even cooler part is that they are always identical quadruplets. That's right, this is because they all come from the same egg and even share the same placenta in the womb. You probably already know that they are incredible diggers, but I've seen them tear apart cage traps before if I didn't manage to get back to the trap in time. Another less cool but still interesting fact is that they are one of only 2 species that can carry leprosy. Humans, of course, being the other one. So if for some reason you ever need to handle one, please wear gloves and clean off really well afterwards. Because of their incredible armored bodies, they don't have near the number of predators to worry about that other mammals their size typically do. So this allows their populations to steadily grow, which of course causes more of that frustratingly effective migration that we've already talked about.
Alright, well, we've got the trap back. That one has been taken care of. And while I was down here taking care of things, I noticed we've got another hole here. You can see where they've been digging out, and then it actually goes up under the bank through these roots. And that actually follows this thing all the way up. You can see more holes and more holes. And I've actually caught an armadillo out of here before. It's been a while, but we also have new activity up here. You can see where they've been digging last night, and this happened last night because I checked all this yesterday. So I know this wasn't the one we just caught because it couldn't get out of its hole without going in that trap. So I know we have at least one more here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a time lapse going. We're going to set up these 2 traps over here. I plug those other holes to see if anything comes back to those, and we'll cross our fingers again.